can't get somebody attracted to yourself without delivering value. People are looking for value. Nobody wants to buy just anything. They are buying value. Okay, so it's part of what we'll talk about today. I am the CEO / lead consultant at the Customer Acquisition Point Limited. We're a value acquisition consulting firm, and we provide the marketing consulting and the training. Check us out online. You will see all the companies that we work for. We have been around for well over 10 years. I am a fellow of the Charity of Marketing of London and also the Charity Institute of Marketing of Nigeria. And that's it. Okay, so I teach at LBS and I teach at Panalanga University. So if I get into a teaching mood, don't worry, I'm just being myself. But I will listen to us. If you raise your hand, I will stop and hear you and take your questions. So let me quickly go to what we'll cover or what will be the outcome of this webinar. We want at the end of this webinar that you have a good understanding of what it means to create value and understand how it impacts on business. That's number 1 point. Number 2, we want you to understand the need to hone your business development skills. Because when we talk about business development, it's an art, it has science behind it. There are things you must do to enable you achieve the result that you are expecting. So those skills are important. We want to talk about those skills. And then lastly, I want us to do on strategies that can help you improve your business. Okay, so by way of agenda, these are the things that we cover. The first one is value creation mindset. Okay, and then the next one will be business development mindset. Then we'll end up by asking how do we create value. So let's start with value now. What is value? Before we started, I asked 2 people to comment. I remember Abdul Latif. Let me quickly go back to the names. 2 people commented. I asked 2 questions. One was people commented. One said it's into consulting, okay, and the other one said it's into real estate business. It's important that we understand that in real estate business and in consulting, okay, you are providing value to your audience. And we need to understand what value means. Without understanding what value means, you might think you're creating value when you are not creating any value. And that is why when I'm having a chat like this, I am quick to start with a little talk on value creation. To say, look, if you don't have any value you're bringing to the table, then you are not in business. You need to have value you're bringing to the table. There will be something you're bringing to the table. And that value you think you're bringing must be as defined by the audience. So what is value? I have 2 classical definitions of value here. One by Kotler and the other one by Rose. Kotler says here that value primarily is the putting together of the right combination of quality, service, and price. When you are able to combine quality, service, and price, okay, in such a way that it makes sense to your audience, then you have created value. Let's see how the Rose defined it. He says that value is the satisfaction that the customer requirements, the satisfaction of customer requirements at possible cost of acquisition, ownership, and usage. So my requirement, if I'm satisfied, okay, at the cost that you have charged me for acquiring the land, for example, You can acquire a land and not own it, because there are things you need to do to own the land that you have acquired. And then the third part is putting that land to use. The same way, whatever you're selling, there is a cost of acquisition, there's a cost of ownership, and there's a cost of usage. Take a car, for example. You buy a car, but you have to register it for it to become yours. That's where ownership comes in. And in Nigeria and every part of the world, every year you have to renew that ownership by getting your papers in place. And then the cost of using the vehicle. If I buy something for 10 naira, but it's going to cost me 100 naira to register it, and it's going to cost me 1 million to use it every now and then I'll be asking myself, am I really buying the right thing? So value is the satisfaction I get in terms of the requirements that I need to acquire, own, and use a thing. It must be at the least possible cost. It is when these two things happen, that's when I can say that I'm getting value. It is when the quality, the service, and the price, meet my requirement. Not the quality might be good, the price might not be good, but the quality, the service is bad. Once there is a missing equation, it's a problem. So it is the right combination. It is putting together of the right combination of quality, service, and price. When this is done, then we have something that we can call value. But let's go a step further. So now we know what value is, how then do you create value? So here we're saying that value is being to your customer what he or she wants you to be to him or her. We've just talked about the definition. It is by providing what the customer is expecting. That's when you are to him or her what he wants you to be to him or her. That is when you can say you've created value. So for value to be created in a sustainable way, your business must have clear and tangible motivations for being in business. That is, it must be clear in your mind why you are in business. Making money is not making money is not a reason to be in business. It is the consequence of being in business. While you are getting into real estate, or you're getting into consulting, or you're getting into online marketing, you're getting into an online shop, or you're getting into anything, it's because you want to make money. You will not pay attention to the important things that will enable you to create value in a sustainable way. But if you pay attention to what you need to do to create value, then the money will follow, and it will come in droves. You will not be able to count the money that will come. So we advise that let's understand what value is and focus on it. That's when we're sure of what we're doing. Okay? So for every industry, there are things that drive value. In real estate, what drives value? For example, one of the things that will drive value in real estate is the assurance that the title is right. It's not contestable. If I am sure of the title, I may not pay too much attention to price and all that again. I may not. But it's good when you have price, your title is secure, the price is good, and then you have somebody attending to you, which is the service side, then you are fantastically blessed. Apply that to any business that you're doing. You must understand what drives value. In banking, for example, what drives value for you to know where to put your money to is the stability of that bank. You cannot go and put your money in a bank that is ailing. Okay? That their liquid is a strong point. Let's look at the law. You want to engage a lawyer. The fact that they have qualified lawyers is a condition, is a key driver. If they have a son working there, is a driver of success for you. You know that the chances of you getting what you want is, you want to do you want to talk to an accountant, okay, an accounting firm. One of the drivers is that they are qualified. Okay, so when these are all in place, it helps you. So value creation is giving something valuable to receive something else that is more valuable to you. When you give something valuable, people will pay for it, and the value you get will be more than what went into what you produced and sold to them. Okay, so it helps to drive value. When you create value, it will drive more value. Okay, now having said this about value and value creation, which means that we know why we're in business, we know what we are selling, then the next question is, how do we develop our business to make it grow bigger and better and run more efficiently? And that's where the concept of a business development comes in. Okay, so business development is a set of tasks and processes meant to develop and implement growth opportunities within and between organizations in a sustainable and profitable way. In a simple term, business development are the tasks, the small things you do, the big things you do. Every day, the things you do every day that helps you develop value for your customers. It is the processes that you have put in place that enables that when customer calls, the next thing is that somebody answers. The next thing is that whatever he wants is attended to. Those tasks, those processes are the things that we call business development. Let me break it down even further. It is about your marketing efforts. It's about your sales efforts. It's about your customer service efforts. It is when these three things are present, that is what equals to business development. When you know your customer, you know what they want, and you sell to them what they want at the value they can afford to pay for it, that they consider profitable to them, and you have a structure that helps to service them and manage them, that is business development. So imagine your marketing task, your sales task, and your service task. They're all tasks, and then the processes to develop and implement what will grow your business. When you advertise, you are trying to grow your business. When you make sales pitches, you're trying to sell and grow your business. When you attend to the needs of your customer promptly and they are happy, they will recommend you. So business development is not something like flying in the air. It is tangible. It is the things you do, the task, the processes that you have in place in your business. Now, as young business, if one is just starting, you may not be able to have all the structures in place. Okay, so you can grow over time. You grow over time. It's not from day one that you're able to advertise your product. But now with social media, with digital marketing, you can, with a little budget, advertise your product. Okay, but understanding how to sell, which is why it's called a sales effort. You need to know how to sell to be able to sell well. Some of us sell purely by referral. Somebody knows somebody and somebody sends somebody to you. That is good. Okay, but it's not all the time that you will know somebody who knows somebody. There are tested sales efforts. There are tested ways of selling that will enable you identify the need the customer has and bring the right product to them. That is a more consistent and a more sustainable way to sell. So business development is about your marketing efforts, it's about your sales efforts, It's about your customer service effort put together. It is the addition of these three efforts that produces business for you. And when you do it well, you can only expect to see your business grow. That's why we say that it is equal. The end result is growth. The end result is growth, both within the organization and outside the organization. It is growth within because you're able to expand within, get more people on board because you have customers coming in. Okay, it will grow abroad because outside they begin to rate you higher than others. You become a force to be reckoned with. That is because of your business development efforts. So, what are the practical strategies to develop your business? I have a few here. The very first thing here is you must be able to define your business goals. Some of us are in business, but it's not really clear to us the goal that we are pursuing. What are you pursuing? Can you see the picture to the right? The guy is looking at the bull's eye, the bull eye. He's looking at the target, the core. What is it that is my reason for being in business? You must define your business goal. That's the first strategy that you need to talk about. That's number one. So when you have defined your goals, you want to provide, for example, medium housing estate, for example, medium house, affordable house, affordable apartments, for example, or you are doing funding for small businesses. You want to help them raise funding in the most efficient and practical way. Okay, you must be clear. You must define your goal clearly. So that is number one strategy. So let me ask us, how we this was physical. I would have asked each of us to say, look, what's your goal? How clearly defined is your goal, your business goal? How clearly defined it is? That's number one. Number two is now research. You must know the market. Some of us have business goals, but we have not paid attention to the market, to understand the market and know where the market is going. What is the market consist of? Who are the big players and the small players? Who am I going to be competing with? Who am I going to be competing with? What does the market want? What will drive value in this market? Research will help you gather all of this. You need to understand the market. If you don't know the market well, okay, you will commit blunder. You will commit blunder and you will be the one to lose. So you need to pay attention to the market, understand the market. When you understand the big market, then you can now say, of this big market that can be broken into 10 or 20 slices, which one do I think I have the capacity to deal in? Then you can target that market where you think you are strong enough to deal in. Again, targeting the bull's eye. Number three, you may need to identify potential partners and customers. Now, where you have, you see, in today's world, we need collaboration. You may need collaboration to be able to develop your business. Maybe you are in an estate business, you need to want to work with a construction companies as partners, or my cement manufacturers as partners, or whatever. Okay, but you need to be able to identify your partners, just as the same way you are identifying your customers. Some of us are not clear about our customers. We just want anybody who can buy. That is good, but it's not good enough. You cannot sell to just anybody. You must be clear who are those that have real need for what you are selling. Who are those that have real need for what you are producing and you are taking to the market. Those are your real customers. Again, you are carving out that niche where your product is required, and you focus on that. Your marketing effort is focused on that. Your sales effort is focused on that. And because of the understanding you have about them, when they call in, your customer service effort is a bit more targeted. So it's important that you identify your customers, who you want to target. It's important that you identify who you want to partner with in the case where partnership is needed. Then build relationship. When you sell to someone, when somebody buys a land or buys a house, it's okay, he has paid you, he has gone. But when you maintain relationship and you help the guy through settling in, the guy understands and appreciates what you have done, he will refer you. So we need to learn to build strong relationships. Don't treat your customer like all these boys that are selling on the road. They don't know you, they just sell to you, you go. They don't know you, they don't want to know yourself. They just want you to buy and move on. No, we should sell and know the person we are selling to and stay in touch with such people. That way you guide them through even the usage of what they have bought from you. But more importantly, they are able to come back to you to ask you to even recommend you. So building relationship is a very strong strategy that we need to imbibe on in this day and age. And that is closely linked to networking. How do you find who to sell to? How do you meet those who have a need for what you are selling? At times it's through networking. Good relationship will help people recommend you. But where do you find new people? Where do you find potential customers? Most times it's in a networking environment. So as a business owner, as a business development person, you must go out, you must watch out for programs, networking opportunities, events and sponsorships where you can find the kind of people that you're looking for. Make effort to attend. If you need to pay to attend, pay to attend. Don't just assume that everything must be free. Okay? If you need to pay to attend an event where you know that the caliber of who you're looking for will be there, then go there. And as you're going for the networking event, have your strategy clear. Have a plan. How many people do you intend to meet? What do you want to say to them in terms of your pitch? Collect their contact details, and once you get back to your office, you start to engage them. First by thanking them for the opportunity to meet with them and build a relationship from there. But remember, the network has given you the opportunity to meet these people. So networking is a strategy that will work well for business development. The next one is to develop a marketing plan. Some of us just do what we think needs to be done. We wake up, we remember, let me advertise. There's no plan that is guiding what you're doing. There's no plan. You need to think it through. And this is really a problem that I see with most growing businesses. They can't sit down and put their thoughts together into a 1 or 2 pager that captures the plan, their marketing plan. What's a marketing plan? A marketing plan is a list of marketing activities you want to do to achieve a set goal. That's it. It's a list of things you want to do. A plan is a list of things you want to do. You prioritize them and do them when it should be done. You measure and make sure it is done well, and before you know it, you start to see results. So every one of us on this call, on this assignment, if you don't have a marketing plan for the rest of this year, please put one together. Just sit down and ask yourself, what do I want to achieve between now and the end of the year? And then how do I achieve them? Because strategy is the how to achieve an objective. This is the objective. I want to sell and make a profit or revenue of 10 billion. Fantastic. How? That's your strategy. So do your plan. Say what you want to achieve. Say what you will do to achieve it. And then those things you say you will do, now put them into a work plan and put timelines behind it. Okay, I will advertise. By when? From when to when? I will attend a networking event where I will meet prospects. By when? From when to when? I will make calls or send messages to my existing customers at least once a month. These are activities you will do to enable you to grow your business. So a marketing plan will highlight this, your objective, your strategies, and the detailed time-based things you want to do to ensure that you achieve what you set out to do. That is what your marketing plan will do for you. The next strategy is customer centricity. You must have your eye on your customer. Focus on your customer. Anyone that has bought anything from you or that has engaged with you is a customer. Anybody that has shown interest before, he may not have bought anything from you, is a customer. Have a plan to focus on them and get them to stay with you. Okay? Now, the next one I want to talk about is be adaptable. Be adaptable sounds like a statement, but it's actually a strategy. You must say to yourself that as a business, we want to understand what is happening in the market and adapt our business such that we can fulfill and create value for our customers in that same market. If exchange rate is going up, what is the impact? What is the consequence? How do we adapt? How do we adapt? So the ability to have a plan on how to adapt to circumstances that comes up in the marketplace is a strong strategy. If you get it right, it will yield for you. So second to the last one here is about your competitors, about competition. You know, at times we forget that we're not the only one in the marketplace selling what we're selling. We must pay attention to competition. We must understand the landscape. What is happening there? What is happening? What are our competitors doing? They are not just folding their hands and watching me. They are doing their stuff. They also want to own the market. The same way you want to grow your market. They are doing something. The market is bubbling. But bubbling with what? You need to understand what the market is bubbling with. And then ask yourself, where does this place me? So have a strategy to keep your eye on competition, so you understand what is happening in the market and you can adjust accordingly. It's either you join in some cases, but what is more important is how can you do things different from what they are doing, so that you stand out. So understanding the competitive landscape is good because it helps you to see where the gaps are and you know where to play. And when you play in a space that is unique to you, okay, you are likely going to be perceived as a strong differentiator, and that will be good for you. Then the last point here is customer feedback. A lot can happen. A lot can be done with the information we get from our customers. Customer feedback is actually one of the most important strategy that you need to pay attention to. You see, because your customer is your customer is a stakeholder, if you know what I mean. You need to understand what your customers are saying about the value they are currently getting from you. You need to know what they are saying about how they perceive you, so that if you get it right, you can replicate that to the new customers that are coming. Companies have opened their new branches because of feedback from customers. Companies have introduced new products because of the feedback from customers. Some companies have worked on their processes Don't be afraid. Ask them. Let them tell you your service is rubbish. You go and work on it. Let them tell you, I don't like your staff. They're all stupid. Thank you. You go and ask yourself. Find out what makes them see it that way and work on it. It can only make your business better. It can only make you see more potentials for your business. It can only provide you with insights if you pay attention to implementing the feedback that comes from your customers. So what am I saying in the first? That these strategies can help small and growing businesses in Nigeria to thrive and expand their market presence. When you are clear about your business goals, when you do research to understand your target market, when you identify who exactly you are targeting, when you build strong relationship with your customers, and you network to get new customers, okay, and you have a marketing plan that you work to. Let's not do things by, I woke up, I think I should advertise. Oh, I saw my friend advertising, let me also advertise. No, have a plan. Do things that you have in a plan, so that even if it does not work, okay, you will learn from it. Unlike just doing things because others are doing it. Focus on customer service. Be adaptable. Understand what is happening in your market. What are your competitors doing? What gap is open in the marketplace? Being able to understand what's happening with competition will help you know where to play. And then lastly, pay attention to feedback and ensure that you implement the feedback that you get from your customers. Okay? So these are top practical strategies that we thought we should talk about. You will see that I've spent time to talk about them, each of them. Okay, I've spent time to talk about it because this is the crux of the matter. This is why we are here today. Strategies. There may be other strategies that you want to consider, but these are the ones that we consider to be top because they affect the very basics of our running business. Okay, so like I said in the intro, we'll also talk about strategies for growth. For you to grow, there are a couple of things you need to do differently. The first thing we have here is make pricing and service promises transparent. Some of us, we promise, but when our customers make contact with us, what they get is not exactly what they thought they had. So let's be transparent. It's a strong and a beautiful strategy for growth. People will come back to you when they know that you are real, when they know that you are transparent and you are authentic. That's number one. Number two is service culture. Every aspect of your business must be service led. Every aspect of your business. So when we talk about service culture, we're talking about service being the culture, customer service, customer satisfaction being the culture of the company, from the owner to the least person. And through the processes, you want to buy something, excellent service. You want to return something you bought before, excellent service. You want to make a complaint, there are excellent processes for that. That's what we mean by service culture. Have a service culture, a culture that focuses on customer satisfaction as the main reason for being in business. Okay? Now we need to shift our marketing from push to pull. Let me tell you, push marketing is when you advertise, come and buy. But pull marketing is when people say, I'm looking for this, do you have it? The customer is one calling, is one asking, I want to come and see you, I'm looking for this. It happens when you have become known in your sphere. People come asking for you.
Hello, sir.
Unlike, yes, go ahead.
So we have 5 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. The next one is develop flexible customer relationship programs. Make low cost digital channels your preferred choice or your customer's preferred choice in reaching out to you. Okay. So in conclusion, okay, Let me ask us in conclusion. What are the things that you think drives value in your industry? A few examples of what drives value is the delivery process. How do you deliver value to your customer? That process of delivery is very important. Number two is how efficient is your operation? How efficient? Because at times we charge very high cost because there is a lot of inefficiency in our structure. How do we minimize operational cost so that you can have a little bit more to declare as profit if you're able to manage your cost? How do we attract the right customers? And how do we attract the right employees? These are things that will help you put you in a position where your value to your customer is enhanced. Okay? Minimize maintenance cost. Know when to make an outright purchase of a new item that will serve you for a longer period than continue to maintain, and you're spending so much money on maintenance. And then the last but not the least is be relevant to your environment where you're doing business. They shouldn't think about you as the worst people they have ever met. Either maybe you're selling land and then the environment they are saying, no, these people are not to be done, we don't like them. No, be relevant to your environment. Find a way to come across as relevant to them. Okay? And my last slide will be on this, where I'm asking the question, what will you do differently after this training? What will you do differently? I've put 5 things here, but I know you will have some other things that you must have noted that you will do differently based on this training. Number 1 is focus on creating value for your stakeholders, your customer, your partners, your co-owners. Let them feel like they are getting value for being a part of this business. Number 2 is hone your business development skills. What are the skills we talked about? We said marketing efforts, sales efforts, and customer service efforts. These are the 3 very important aspects of customer service, business development that you must hone every day. Get better at your marketing. Get better at your sales effort. Get better at the way you serve your customer. The other one is monitor and measure and control your plan. Remember I talked about having a marketing plan. How do you monitor and control it? How do you check that your plan is working for you? Okay? Then apply strategies that you have seen that are working. Apply them rigorously. And the last thing here is build your brand. Build your brand. Here, what I want to tell us here is that everything we do in business will either add or subtract from the image, from the equity of our brand. You might think nobody's hearing us or nobody's seeing us. People are hearing us and they're seeing us. Each time you promise and you fail, it affects you. It affects the way your brand is perceived. So let us build our brand. Let us be conscious of what we say, what we do, how we respond, how we don't respond. It has impact on the business. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Kalu, and I want to appreciate this is the powerful session, and I believe every one of us we have gained 1 or 2 things from this class. Please, if you have gained value from this class, please you can just go to the chat box and just type gained value. Just type gained value, okay, so that we can know that yes, you have actually gained value. And following that, please we will drop a feedback form on the chat. Please do well to fill out this feedback form, and this will help us to actually know where we should put in more effort and what we should adjust, okay, from this webinar. This webinar happens every month, okay. We have free webinars every month on different business topics, which I will implore us to always look out for our webinars and join it to actually gain value for your business. All right, thank you very much, guys. Once again, we will be having a masterclass on business development. Okay, so I believe we've gained a lot of value here, but trust me, we still have a lot to dish out to you guys, and we will not be able to cover in this class. And that is why we have another session, okay, coming up next week Saturday. Okay, the only clause here is this will be paid actually, but trust me, you're just going to pay a peanut compared to the value you are going to gain. And from this class, you can agree with me that the paid class is going to be awesome, and it's going to be value packed session. Okay, so what you do for me, I believe every one of us, we are in the WhatsApp group. We are going to update you guys on this next open training. Okay, and in this training, Mr. Kalu is going to dish out what he has left for us in business development. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. I can beat my chest for that. You don't want to miss that class. All right. Please, the feedback form is very important to us. It helps us to know how well we have done and what we need to adjust. So please fill the feedback form, and you guys also will be added to our alumni. For you to have partake in our session, you will be added to our alumni group, where you can ask questions in the future. You can reach out to us. You can even visit our office. We are at number 69 Admiralty Way, okay, on the 4th floor. You will find us there. CPPL, just ask for CPPL, Customer Passion Point Limited. I don't know if any of us have any question. Okay, you can also ask right now, or you can drop it in the chat, and within the few minutes that we have, Mr. Kalu, he stepped out, but he's going to address those questions. I hope he comes back shortly. All right, so if you have any questions, please, you can unmute, go ahead and ask your question. If you have any question, please unmute, ask your question, so that we can address them before we go and call it a day. All right, so Mr. Omilani Debo, Mr. Debo, yeah, you will get the slides. Okay, you will get the slides after this training. Okay, you will get the slides. All right, but please do well to fill the feedback form. Okay, we really appreciate that. All right, any other question, please? Okay, so Mr. Solomon Jason, you said you want to reach out to Mr. Kalu. Thank you very much for that comment. All right, I really appreciate, and you can just reach out to us, and you have access to Mr. Kalu. You can see the phone number on the screen right now, so please put it down. The email, our email is also there, so just jot it down somewhere, and you can reach out to us anytime, any day. All right, so I'll be waiting for your questions. If you have any question, please go ahead and ask. We have just a few minutes to go. All right, in absence of any question, I will say we can wrap it up right now and call it a day. Once again, I appreciate every one of you for joining us in this session, and I believe we have all gained value, and I want to say thank you to you all, and I pray God bless you, and enjoy your weekend.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, all right. Thank you very much, sir, Mr. Kalu, for that wonderful session. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye, everyone.